Hey everyone, I'm Mario and this is All-Star Magazine's cover for August 2024. Today we are thrilled to feature Fifi Sharma, middle blocker of Akari Chargers. We're gonna talk about Fifi growing up in a family of athletes, finding love for sport, and being recognized as one of the Philippines' most recognizable faces in volleyball.
Depending on where this finds you, hello, good morning, fret not tap in. But most important, believe in yourself, always stand for something. Give it everything you got and make no assumptions. Shall we proceed to the top with it? Let it run. Shall we proceed to the top with it? Come on, Otis.
Fifi, kumusta ka?
I've been doing good so far. I just came back from Japan. I trained with Alas there. We stayed there for 10 days. And yeah, I just came back very tired.
Yeah, I've heard. How was Japan? Kumusta yung training mo doon for 10 days and how was the culture there?
So it was my first time in Japan. Lahat ng nababasa ko online, all of it, I saw it, like the culture, how clean the country was, and also how nice the people were. But apart from that, the training there was really difficult. But also, I figured it was a good training ground for the team because we really got to see how far we could go pa, like the standards in training and volleyball, parang the quality of volleyball na we're doing now, we can improve it more. So it's good na we were exposed to that kind of.
Kanina, Fifi, you were telling me something stood out for you when you were talking about how the Japanese were, yung culture ng Japanese in volleyball training, like you were fixing the nets.
Yeah.
Tell us more about that.
So one of the culture shocks I experienced training in Japan was they do everything themselves, like from setting up the net to taking it out, tapos also cleaning the floors before they trained. Parang nagulat kami kasi we weren't used to that kind of like practice before the actual practice. Parang na-realize ko lang na it manifests also in their play kasi parang you see na they're disciplined outside of the court but they're also more disciplined in terms of their movements inside of the court, which makes them super organized when playing. So parang napaisip din ako na baka we can also bring this parang attitude and culture back in the Philippines. So everything, just to kind of follow the steps of the Japanese culture na we experienced also.
Fifi, kumusta ka sa ano? You're the middle blocker of Akari Chargers. Kumusta kayo as a team? Yung dynamics nyo?
So before leaving to train at Alas, actually now I miss my team kasi I'm really close with them. Parang na-miss ko din yung bond namin kasi I've been with them for about a year now. Iba talaga playing when you're close with your teammates. Parang you feel that connection talaga na solid, which was one of the harder things that we had to rebuild for Alas. But going back to Akari, parang watching them now, kasi I always watch their games kahit now we're not able to play this ongoing conference. I see them and they're so happy. Parang nakaka-inspire kasi I know how long they've been waiting to achieve this kind of success. Na syempre malaking tulong din that Akari has a really good import this conference. Parang even outside of the court, kasi I still read the messages, parang she pushes the team up and she lifts their spirits up. Kaya parang I feel like I'm missing out a bit. Kaya I miss them talaga. I can't wait. I'm visiting this week, so I can't wait to see them.
You know, I wanted to congratulate you because last season, like in the PVL 2024 All Filipino Conference, you were the top blocker. Congratulations!
Yes, thank you so much.
How do you feel about that? Earning that achievement at the point in your career that's so early.
Actually, I was surprised because I wasn't expecting to be a part of like individual. Well, I wasn't an awardee because the awardees are only from the top four. Pero seeing myself at the top of the standings sa blockings made me feel like parang super saya kasi I've never achieved that in UAAP. And I thought that after leaving college, hanggang doon na lang ako. Like, my highest level of play would be when I was at my last year of college. But I never knew na I could improve more here in the pro scene. And of course, it's all thanks to my coaches. Kasi that season talaga, pinukpok talaga nila ako sa blockings. Kasi yun yung, kinulang ko nung conference na yun. Parang medyo lumamang ako sa attacking but not the blocking. So, sobrang I owe it to my coaches kasi chinaga talaga nila ako. So, I was just surprised to see my name sa number 1. Parang hindi ko na feel.
And then after that performance, Fifi, you were invited to be part of the Alas Pilipinas Gilas national team for the AVC Challengers Cup.
Yes.
Right? And it was a historic moment, Philippine volleyball, because for the first time we placed in a podium finish for the AVC Cup.
Yeah.
Anong pakiramdam mo no na ipinanalo niyo yun for the Philippines?
Of course, sobrang saya. It's a feeling na I couldn't explain kasi, I mean, playing volleyball, my only goal talaga is to improve every day. Wala akong inaasam na I have to be the best player in the country or I have to reach this, I have to play internationally. As long as I feel like I deliver and I am happy and I love what I'm doing, I feel like I excel. So when we achieved that, and I was part of the team, like not just, like a part of the team, I actually played and contributed. Parang, I looked back at all of, my challenges, lahat ng napagdaanan ko, and lahat ng doubts, and I was like, I'm so proud of myself for pushing through and continuing doing what I love, even though a lot of adversities came my way. Parang sobrang, it inspired me to push for more pa. Like, this isn't enough. I can get more. Parang, wala lang, nakaka-inspire lang din to play alongside the most talented athletes in the country. Kasi you see their work ethic, you see their passion, their love for the sport, and it's like, when you're surrounded talaga with people who are like-minded and who have dreams of achieving more, especially for the sport here in the Philippines, parang it inspires you na, I want to be like them and I want to have the same mindset as them. Kaya din siguro the team did really well because it was composed of players who just have nothing but love for the sport.
I want to go back to some things you mentioned earlier, because it seems that the AVC Cup was a turning point for you and your career. But you mentioned earlier na when you were in the UAAP, you never expected to have a lot of recognitions, and when you moved to the PVL, ganon pa rin. Were you also having a lot of self-doubt in your career as a professional volleyball player?
I feel like moving into the pro scene alleviated actually a lot of the pressure. Akala ko din it would be like a good place to kind of settle down and chill, pero it's not. It's the opposite. But parang nag-iba lang, nag-shift lang yung goal ko kasi in the UAAP, I felt the constant need to prove myself. Na I have to be deserving of this position, I have to prove myself to the coaches, I have to prove myself to the fans, to my teammates, to my seniors. But when I went pro, parang I have nothing to prove. I owe nothing to anyone. I'm just here to play, to enjoy, and to live my life. So parang yung purpose ko shifted to a more positive purpose. Kaya din siguro, I find myself happier now, especially playing the sport I love. Parang hindi na siya yung something I'm scared of doing or like I'm doing just to prove something. I'm actually doing it because I love doing it. And that's, I guess, that's the best lesson that I've learned turning pro.
Back when you were playing talaga for Akari, you mentioned that the Philippines belongs on the international stage. At may mas iaangat pa yung play ng Philippines. Can you elaborate on that?
Kasi we all know that Philippines, it's a country that really adores sports, basketball, volleyball, kahit nga now, like gymnastics, kasi we're part of the Olympics right now, diba? So I feel like it shouldn't stop just because the country loves the sport. I feel like a lot of these people who say they support the sports here right now should actually invest in the players who want to reach more for the country. Kasi I know that there are many players who would want to achieve so much more than what we have now. Parang, I think we really do belong in the international stage. It just needs a little bit more support and trust from everybody. Not just, the management or the sponsors, but also the people. Like, they should parang give the players a bit more grace because we're not as advanced as other countries. We really need more time. And if this year is the year they start thinking long term, as players will do our best to help them, parang help them believe na what you're investing in is a good investment. Like, it's worth it.
As a fan of volleyball, what don't we know about our idols like you, no? The hardest part of being a professional player. What are the sacrifices that we don't see?
There are a lot of sacrifices. I mean, it's beyond your eating habits, your sleeping habits. It's beyond sacrificing, like, friends or like your partying or anything that has anything to do with friends. Parang it's emotional sacrifice for athletes kasi we have to deal with personal challenges, also challenges within the team. Tapos meron pang criticisms from other people outside who don't know anything about the sport but feel the need to, pitch in and give you instructions. So parang it's a lot to handle and to bear. So what they don't know is we're always the receiving end of those things, and we have to suck it up and to still perform. Just, just to show people na we're worth of this spot, and nothing outside can touch us or parang discourage us from still doing the sport we love.
How did you accept the fact that when you became a pro, you'd no longer be hanging out with friends for a very long time?
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever get over that?
Oh my gosh,
you
that was
already over
actually one of the challenges I didn't see. Parang I went into the team being one of the youngest players. So I'm only 23. Tapos parang yung naging close ko was like my teammates. Sino ba naging ka-close ko sa Akari? The first person who I had a bond with was Ate Dindin Santiago.
Dindin, the sister of Jaja.
Yeah, we were super close. As in, like, she would drive me. Kasi we had the same SNC before. So parang palagi kaming nagka-car therapy session. Siya na palagi ko nakakausap. And then I also feel super sad kasi my bestest friends, we can't hang out anymore because of the difference in schedule. They're always busy. Tapos when they're free, I have practice naman. Tapos I can't drink also kasi it's in season, so I can't hang out with them. So parang now I'm super happy kasi they turned pro na. So we can hang out more. But yeah, during that time, it felt super lonely. But at the same time, I kind of appreciated it kasi parang I'm given more time to myself to kind of relax muna kasi college was super hectic and it was super busy, sobrang stressful. Now na I have no obligations other than to show up to practice and to deliver, parang it was a good breather then for me. So, okay then. Good break for me.
Thank you for sharing that. Let's talk about something outside of sports, outside of volleyball. Fifi, you grew up in a family of athletes.
Yes.
Your dad was a PBA player.
Yeah.
And your siblings are all in basketball.
Oh, you did your research?
Well, yes, I did.
Yeah.
Kamusta? Ano yung dynamics sa loob ng bahay ninyo? Yung lumalaki ka, paano kayo sinusuportahan ng parents nyo?
I think from a very young age, I was aware na yung path ko would be towards sports. Kahit nasabihin ko na, no, I just want to be at home, I want to study, I just want to, do hobbies here and there. I never really wanted to pursue sports as a career kasi I knew how hard it was on my dad. Kasi, being yung padre de pamilya, supporting 4 kids, parang sobrang laking responsibility, and I kind of envisioned myself to parang not pursue sports. But in the end, I mean, I have this build, I'm tall, parang it would be a waste to not pursue sports. So in the end, I did. I played volleyball. At first, my dad was super supportive of me. I mean, sorry, until now naman, he's super supportive of me.
Yeah.
Parang he will always be there, walang absence sa games ko. Always supportive, and he would always be there to guide me and to share, syempre, mga stories niya when he was in college. Parang if he would go out of the country, sasabihin niya sa akin na, oh, ikaw, huwag kang lalabas, huwag kang iinom, alam ko yung mga gawain ng ano. But I was like, Dad, I'm not you, come on, don't project. But yeah, he would always tell me na to be careful and to always alagaan yung katawan mo kasi it's your investment, especially sa sports. So it's super helpful to have a dad who's well-educated in the world of sports kasi if you're feeling, kunyari, you had a bad game, he would always be there to tell me na it's just one game. Like, you can always, do better next time. It's part of sports. Like, you have to fail. Ganun. So, parang the process of improving was much more easier because my dad was there to guide me through it.
I want to delve into that relationship between you and your father. Especially nung naging volleyball player ka. Kamusta siya as a dad and as a coach na kasi siya yung nag-a-advise sa'yo about sports?
Hi. Me and my dad's relationship, I treasure talaga, like, super. No one would understand. I really love him. Tawag dito. I have to collect my thoughts because I might cry. There came a time kasi in my college career where I wasn't performing really well. Tapos parang we had a talk and he told me na, ikaw, if you're not happy playing the sport you love, I'm more than happy to just accommodate you at home. You can just study. You don't have to pursue this if it's too heavy on you, if it's making you feel sad, parang have to breathe. You can just stay at home. I would still love you and I would still accept you. Parang after that, weirdly, nag-improve ako ng malala. Because parang I know regardless of the results I gain from my games, he would always be there to support me and still believe in me. Okay, tapos na. Ayoko na
That's the most heartfelt. That's the most important thing that a parent can say.
Yeah.
To a daughter who is playing volleyball. Tapos kanina sinasabi mo sa akin, ayaw mo talaga mag-volleyball nung una.
Yeah. I wasn't planning to pursue sports because I was really artistic when I was a kid. So I just wanted to, explore different hobbies but never seriously commit to a sport because I know how taxing it would be and challenging emotionally and physically it would be on me, and I don't think I was ready for that. But here we are.
You were never into volleyball, but how did you end up in volleyball?
Syempre, for practical reasons. I mean, there was a school, FEU, they were offering me a scholarship, and I was just starting out. Like, I didn't know anything about volleyball. They taught me the basics. Setting, serving, wrist passing, spiking. Doon ako natuto lahat, first time. And I was 15 when I started, seriously. And then 1 year in FEU, I went to LaSalle because they had this senior high program. So we were the first batch. As in, they got potential players and binuild talaga nila. So I stayed there until college. And siguro most of my college career was a love-hate relationship because, I mean, the players who train there every day, they're never gonna say that they like training or that they love playing volleyball because it's taxing. Like, emotionally and physically, it's difficult to do. But, like, they do it kasi, well, at the back of their mind, like, they can't live without it, just like me. And during the pandemic, I had a break. So, like, 1 year ba or 2 years yung...
Pandemic was like 3 years.
Oh, really? Okay, so during that period, I kind of had like an off time from volleyball. And dun ko na-realize na, if there isn't any volleyball in my life, what would I do? Like, I wasn't doing anything. I was just at home, watching YouTube. I was just there eating and rotting myself away. So parang when I came back, when they started operations again for UAP, I was just so happy to be playing volleyball because I realized how much I loved it and how much I would feel empty if I wasn't pursuing it.
Fifi, when you moved to LaSalle, kamusta yun? Was there any pressure coming from the fact that your dad left a legacy there?
There wasn't really any pressure on my end. You were part of how my parents raised me. They taught me to, just not care about things too much. It's never really that serious. And I still have that mindset now. Parang, why would I put so much pressure on myself? I mean, if people would judge me for not being as good as my dad when he was in college, then let them judge me. Like, I don't care. Parang, I would never benefit naman if I let their words affect me. So, parang my whole stay in LaSalle, I never really thought about it. Because a lot of people didn't mentioned it to me. So parang I didn't feel, I felt like it was a new start naman for me. No one was expecting anything. So yeah, yun naman. Like it wasn't a big thing for me.
Okay. Let's talk about other things.
Okay.
Apart from your sports. Kung bubuksan namin yung Spotify mo, anong top 3 songs makikita namin sa playlist mo?
You'd see Unti-Unti by Up Dharma Down.
Unti-unti. So, that's a
I
classic,
played
no?
morning, afternoon, and evening.
So, ganun yung mga type mong music.
Yeah. Pag OPM, yes. I like slow music. Specifically Up Dharma Down. Very big fan of them.
It's just nice to hear. Top 2 song nasa playlist.
Top 2 song would be... Ano ba?
Artist na lang. Sinong favorite artist mo?
Up Dharma Down.
Up Dharma Down talaga.
Second would be... Pwede international or just
yeah, of course.
OPM? Second would be Lauryn Hill. And third would be John Mayer.
John Mayer, old soul, classic.
Very
I love
old
it.
songs.
I love it. Fifi, a lot of your fans are wondering kung sasali ka sa beauty pageants.
At the moment, I don't have any plans to join any beauty contest.
Have you ever considered it, parang, siguro, in the future?
In passing.
In passing.
But never seriously. Because, syempre, volleyball season is ongoing. So, if I have one thing na I'm pursuing, I'm usually super focused on it. And yun lang yung pinagkakaabalahan ko. Yeah. Well, we'll see. If things die down and I have a little more time, we'll see.
Let's talk about your outfit, your OOTD. I really like what you're wearing right now, especially your shoes. Tell us more about your shoes. I think it's Converse Runstar trainers. Yeah.
So these are the new Converse Runstar trainers. They're really nice and comfortable. Like I really love them, and I love the color. It gives like that extra oomph to my outfit because pop of color. It's a very bright yellow. I really love it.
Yeah, it stands out. That's the first thing I noticed about your.
Yeah.
The second thing I noticed about what you're wearing is your watch.
Oh my watch. Why my watch?
Yeah, it's nice. You know, it's a classic also. So tell us about your watch.
So this is not my watch. This is my mom's watch. I just got it from her box of jewelry because I don't really like wearing jewelry. I don't own a lot. I mean, I like wearing, but I don't own a lot. But whenever I need, kunyari, if I have an event, I just go to my mom. I mean, sorry, I don't go to my mom. I go to her jewelry stash and I get.
So hindi niya alam na kinuha mo yan
No,
kanina?
she doesn't know.
Okay.
She doesn't know, so secret lang.
Okay. My last question. Are there any things that you are doing outside of the sport? For example, mga hobbies. What are your hobbies? Do you have collections? Do you have a business? Mga ganyan.
Oh, not yet, unfortunately. I collect books. I like reading.
Oh, really?
I love reading.
Who are your favorite authors and your titles?
I read Jordan Peterson. This is controversial. I recently read Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life. If you're familiar with him, he's a clinical psychologist. This is also why I pursued psychology in college, because I've watched one of his videos and his debates, actually, a lot of them, so he likes speaking. And he speaks very eloquently. Parang, I get inspired by him. So yeah, I recently read that. And then others, I just read fiction. I read a lot of manga, horror manga. I recently read No Longer Human by Junji Ito.
What kind of genre do you like in manga or in anime?
Horror.
Horror?
Yeah. Because I can't watch it, so I just read it. Because it's kind of like bawas suspense. Because I know I can control how I get scared. But yeah, Junji Ito mangas are definitely worth the read. You know, because my attention span is super short these days, so I can't get into like legit novels, and I don't have time to read. But yeah, I love reading.
Fifi, do you have any messages to your fans and to the girls who want to pursue the same career as you?
Okay. Hi guys, hi to all of you. If there's anyone there, thank you for always supporting me, not just me, but also my team, the Carry Chargers. Thank you for still believing in me in every game, win or lose. Thank you for being by my side and for supporting If you are planning to pursue the same career as me, I pray for you. I wish you all the best. Keep continuing to work hard and don't let anything faze you. Don't let criticism get your way. Like just DAGF. No, DGAF.
Don't.
Baliktad.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, like just own it and do whatever. Do your thing. That's all. Thank you.
Depending on where this finds you, hello, good morning, fret not, tap in. But most important, believe in yourself, always stand for something. Give it everything you got and make no assumptions. Shall we proceed to the top with it? Let it run.